I'm Deb Hadachek, pastor at First Presbyterian Church in Beloit, Kansas. In his book, Unshakable Hope, Max Lucado writes that God's promises are like raindrops falling on you from heaven. You were created by God, in God's image, for God's glory. Our baptism is the start to wash away anything that is not of God, so that the inborn image of God can be seen in us. When we say yes to God, He blows on that holy ember so it becomes a flame. His love for you does not depend on you. In the eyes of God, you are worth dying for. Do you let that promise define the way you see yourself? Do you let that promise define the way you see other people? All people deserve to be seen for who they are, image bearers of God. Little children like to jump up and down and say, "Look at me, look at me." Some adults still act that way. As we grow and learn more about Christ, we realize we are made to live a life that says, "Look at God. This is God's plan. This is God's promise, and God will fulfill it." God is continually making us into more of His image. One of our missions here at First Presbyterian Church is this room that we call the Care Portal Closet. It's used to help families in crisis when maybe children need to be removed from their homes, so that law enforcement and counselors and temporary foster families can come in and get clothing and diapers and other things that they might need to help care for those children. We can also use it at any time anybody needs any kind of help. Maybe if they've got a job loss or some kind of financial issue, we're more than happy to open up our Care Portal Closet to help you and your family and your growing children meet their clothing needs. One thing that Jesus says is, "Whatever you do for the least of these, that's what you do to me." I think that we sometimes forget that there are a lot of people in the world who may feel neglected or abused, may not feel like they are actually children of God or that anybody cares about what happens to them. They too were made by God and created by God to bear the image of God. Keep that in mind wherever you go this week, to love and serve the Lord. Amen.